Welcome to the AICA conference in New York City. I'm Jane King, and with me is John Colescott, the president of CEFA. So talk about BDCs and how they work with closed-end funds.
Yeah, absolutely. So at CEF Advisors, we use BDCs in our separate accounts, well, the small position for taxable clients, maybe 3 to 6%, larger typically for qualified accounts, typically 8 to 15%, sometimes higher. We also, as you might remember, have a UIT of BDCs for over 10 years. It's been a great opportunity for investors to have access to one wrapper around a list I curate every 4 months with our partner Smart Trust. And really the reason we do them is because they are relatively liquid, especially by closed-end fund standards. They often require a lot of that active manager analysis, which is one of the cornerstones of CEF Advisors. You might remember I'm a psychology degree from William Mary James, but my father was an English major. And so we got really good at doing that due diligence of the managers beyond just the quantitative stuff we've done at CF Data, being one of the best data providers of BDCs in the sector. And so I say layering them in properly for portfolios is very useful. And we really think about risk. We always want to be able to buy more if we want to. And so we really think about BDC exposure for separate accounts, 1 to 2.5%. It's possible to buy more if a pricing goes down and it's very advantageous. But also if we get in early, we're not hurt as bad by having too much concentration in one fund. And again, remember, our holdings are typically 35 to 45 positions. Okay. And we're good.
Now, there's data as well. That is an important part of this. How do you use that?
Yeah, so a lot of data we care about is CF Data. I mean, there's so many, but think about the fair market value marks of cost, which is a way of assessing how they've written down loans during their credit cycles. We look at the ROE, the return on equity, and basically are they earning money, which can be hidden in non-accruals, which is the loans not paying. We also look at PIK or payment in kind, and also where the PIK is, but what type of companies, and are there PIK payments that are coming from non-accruals? That's generally riskier. We also look at the expense ratio and how it's structured and how easy it is for investors to make money and not just the BDCs themselves. But at a basic level, and it's not just discounts and yield, Jane. We dig a lot deeper. So we like the price, we like the manager, and we can really build a diversified allocation with 6 to 10 positions, usually not 10, but we could go to 10. Because there's 50 total funds and 37 liquid.
And then what are the lessons you've learned by doing this?
I would say really watching the growth of the non-traded and private space that allows us to then monitor the future funds, which is useful as a future investor of BDCs. But if I think back to the energy pullback in 15, 16, I think back to the BDCs, kind of got terrible pricing during COVID. We also had the Silicon Valley Bank blow up. We had the April of this year where prices moved a lot for a lot of investment securities. What it reminds me of, if you're going to be an investor in listed BDCs, you need to be ready to change your mind, both in taxable accounts, possibly harvesting losses, future benefit for your shareholders, but pick maybe better entry points that you have opinion could outperform on the upside, because we do need to make money for our clients. So what I really learned and really hope to come from all this research is a chance to rotate actively, tactically. I'd say we like to be diversified, but intentional. That's really the way we think about investing in BDCs at CEF.
Okay, very interesting. Thanks so much, John.
Great to be here, Ben.